I hope that it's becoming a more mature relationship. I always use the metaphor of it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to raise a brand. And the same as you wouldn't outsource raising your child to a principal or a teacher or somebody else in your village, you can't outsource raising your brand to somebody else, nor should you keep it completely to yourself. So if you don't have an incredibly mature and tight relationship with your agency, then you're going to have a problem doing the very best for your brand. So I think that if we're not evolving to mature relationships, then the brand is going to suffer. I mean, if we go back to psychology, the other thing we can look at is the old transactional analysis model that looks at parent, adult, and child. And historically, the relationships, and if you look at pictures are the perfect way of examining parent, adult, child transactional analysis that says the client is the parent and the agency is the child, and you diminish your relationship to a place that really isn't going to be beneficial for anybody in the end. If you elevate and are equal and have an adult engagement, we've got a different kind of thing. And that requires a whole bunch of things that need to be put in place. You have to take the time to immerse your agency so that they know as much about your brand and your business as you do. Because there's nothing worse than watching marketers roll their eyes and say, oh, they don't understand. Well, if they don't understand, it's because you haven't taken the time to invest in sharing with them. And so I've seen, and we've learned, that spending time as a group of villagers together, investing with the multidisciplinary agencies that work with our brand, teaching, learning, sharing, understanding everybody's strengths and weaknesses, and continually coming together to make sure that we understand each other and what we're trying to do, and being on purpose is the way to do it. I think the other thing that's happened is back to this outsourcing thing, we also have technology that will potentially make us outsource our relationships and the management of our relationships with our agencies. So there are agencies that help you assess. There's surveys and they help you assess your relationships with questionnaires. They come in and say they're going to be marriage guidance counselors. Perhaps there's a place for it. It worries me that you have to outsource your relationship to somebody else. I think that if you're adult and you're doing the best for your brand, and nobody's in more of a position of power because you're equally engaging for the best of the brand and the best of the business, then you won't need third-party involvement, marriage guidance counseling so early on, or at any point in your relationship.